So, I have an interesting story to tell. I'm not sure yet what video I'm going to put over this audio, so, uh, yeah. Anyways, I have a bit of a paranormal story to tell today. So, around, I think it was like, 6 o'clock this morning, yeah. Uh, so, I guess as per the usual, we're broke, I have, a little bit of money. I decided to be nice and I'll loan my mom $20 to go get some, stuff so we can eat tonight. And we, so first we go to the gas station and everything's normal. And then we go to Walmart and still everything's normal until we come back out and my mom notices her phone is missing. And she knows she didn't bring it in. She checks in the cart just in case, but it's nowhere to be found, so she comes to the conclusion that it was stolen. Um, I call her phone, nothing happens. One day it could be on mute, but uh, we go home and we try to file a claim on the insurance to get a replacement. And we go on there and, we go to the website and, start filing this claim, and it says that we could have a replacement and the same day. But as you know, it's 2022. Nothing in life is free. Probably not even air anymore. And we don't have $19 to pay for a deductible. So we try to call them, but we can't get in touch with them because it says something about, oh, we don't recognize your insurance. And she has insurance, and that's the thing I don't get. And also, the website said we didn't have insurance, so I don't know about that. So, really, the only thing we can do is we called Walmart and said, can you see if anyone went up to our car and took anything? And they couldn't do that. They had to get like a police report or whatever. So we called the police and we talked to them about it. We gave them some information, and they say that we should probably go to Verizon to see what they can do about it, because that's the carrier she used. So at 9 o'clock we go to Verizon, and before we go in, the police that we were talking to earlier arrived. And they said they went to Walmart, they checked the cameras, and to pretty much everyone's surprise, there was no one near our van. So there had to have been a way that the phone went missing without anyone stealing it. And the only logical conclusion is that she brought it in, but she swore she did not bring it in. And I didn't see it, so we go into Verizon. I'm looking at the phones. They have like Samsung has the foldable phones, which someday when I have my own job, my own money, I actually probably want to get one of those because I don't know, I just think they're cool. Anyway, so there's nothing they can do about it without the dollar involved as usual. And we just run out of leads and we just have to accept that it's gone. So we go home and I'm, rambling about paranormal this, paranormal that, as I always do. And problem is this was a serious thing because there were a lot of pictures on there. The case was a picture of a license plate that I think we still have. Uh, anyway, so, I'm just doing stuff to pass the time, whatever. With my sleep, I'll probably end up falling asleep in a few hours. It's 1:36 in the afternoon right now. And so we decide to call Verizon, just suspend the service, and then we call Walmart just to check, like last resort, if there was any turned in phones. And we keep trying to call them, and the busy signal keeps coming up, and then we hear a knock at the door. And then we open the door, and there's the police officer with the phone. And he says it was found in a shopping cart. Now, there's a couple problems with that. She wasn't using a shopping cart, she was using one of those scooter things. Now, that could be the same thing. Maybe they, Just wrong words, but who knows. And she swears she didn't bring it in, and if she didn't bring it in, how did it even end up in a shopping cart? It's just, there's no way that could have happened. If it was in the van, it somehow got its way out, which it didn't because she didn't bring it in. And even if she did bring it in, and I don't know, left it at the checkout, why would it be in a shopping cart? And if the shopping cart in question was that one that she was using, why was it there when she looked in it? And that's where I get to the really weird part of this story. This isn't the first time this kind of thing has happened. Back in, I don't know, when was that? Like 2015, 2016? My sister had this toy she called, actually, no, that was before then. Like early 2010s, probably 2013, 14, maybe 15. She had this toy called Red Puppy. It was actually the McDonald's Beanie Baby named Radish. It's a red puppy. That's what it is. And she did everything with this thing. It was basically a joke between me and her with this thing. And one time she went on a field trip and took it with her to a corn maze, and she lost it in the corn maze. And she comes home, and we eventually order a new one off of eBay, I think it was, and she gets the new one, but then later, not too long after, she finds the original one in her room. I think it was in her room, but she found the original. And then, it was a few years later, we go downtown to see the fireworks, and she had this Freddy Fazbear plush. And she was messing with it, and she lost it. She couldn't find it anywhere. We drive home, and it's in our driveway. Now, I'm not making any of this up. All of this is true. And then there was I think I told this story about the moon bottle, but I'll tell it again. So there was this moon bottle that we had that would grant us a wish a year each, and it was like, okay, you can't wish for $1 million or whatever. And, we did this. We would get the thing that we asked for in a few days after our wish. But one time I got greedy and I asked for another wish. I don't know what it was. Probably like tickets to Kings Island or something. I remember we were trying to ask for tickets to Disney World. And, you know, and I was online hyping it up about this moon bottle on a old channel I may or may not have. But, and then I'm sitting there with the moon bottle waiting for my second wish to happen, and I look away for a split second, and it's on the floor, tipped over, with the cork out, with the note out. There's no way someone could have done that in a couple of seconds. Well, actually, it might have been 1 second. So obviously there was something paranormal about this moon bottle, because to this day, my mom denies any intervention with this thing, which basically means she wasn't getting the stuff for these wishes. And I don't know. I want to believe her because she did say she was going to tell us the truth since that whole thing happened that I made a video about. And eventually that moon bottle just disappeared. No one knows where it went. Actually, no one knows where that bottle came from. This is a weird thing. So yeah, this has been an interesting story. There's actually one more event I want to talk about that's really similar. It's back a couple years ago when me and my sister were fighting over these wax squares. I would 99% assume because it was the middle of the month and we were broke and we couldn't get any more because I think I picked them out. Anyways, we're fighting over them, and my sister throws them across my room, and I go back to pick them up, and they're nowhere to be found. They disappeared. And months later, it might have been weeks, I don't know, months later, I find them on the other side of the room. So yeah, I think there's definitely some weird stuff that's been going on involving teleportation of items from long distances. It just doesn't make any sense. Yeah.